Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and thanks for being here with us today. I was in Southern California and I was invited over to Stack's Bowers and I took a look around. And while I was there, Kyle Ponterio had a few coins to show me, and so we went through a little group of coins on things that I've never seen before, and I learned quite a bit while I was there, and I thought I would share some of this. A little bit of an impromptu coin session, so enjoy. All right, so I am in a secret undisclosed location looking at coins with some fellow coin geeks here, and some stuff that I'm excited because this is stuff that I've never even seen before, a lot of this stuff. And not only have I never seen it, you're talking about high grade mint state coins on stuff. And can I get the provenance? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
This is these coins here that we're looking at belong to Kyle Ponterio, and I'll say he gets to educate us because I'm just going to be no one here gets to be on camera, I think, but the pretty coins, which is just fine. And man, so you're talking Visigoths 612 to 621 in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Tremesis. So Tremesis, now is that the denomination? Was that, when am I getting Tremesis from here? I'm thinking of some Roman coins.
Yes.
So there's a transition.
Well, they were slightly after, and they were all over the Iberian Peninsula, so it was also part of Portugal as well.
Okay.
Which is really interesting because in the Spanish references, they don't list the Portuguese mints, and in the Portuguese references, they don't list the Spanish mints, which is really
it's a coin without a country, basically, right?
Right. Because it's not like Spain itself wasn't a country, but the mints that are Spanish mints are located in Spain rather than just being part of the Visigothic Empire.
Can I say, it makes me happy to see coins that look like I drew the pictures on them. You know, I mean, the rudimentary.
That's about where I'm at.
The rudimentary images. Spain, Dinero, Valencia, James I, 1213 to 1276. Once again, you got a mint state coin on some.
Oh, we got to take my catalog now.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. You know, people who are organized, they baffle me because that's just not how I do things. But he's got all of his paperwork back here. But let's take a look at the back here. What do we got on the back? Is that the fleur? What do we got going on?
No, I'm not sure. It's a cross, but so you've got the cross right at the top at the legend. And then it goes all the way down to the bottom. I'm not sure what the flourish is.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued whenever I look at medieval stuff because, I've kind of trained myself a little bit to be able to look at the lettering on Roman, and understand what I'm looking at. And for some reason on medieval stuff, I look at the lettering and I always look at it and I say, I don't know. What letter is that? Everything is a C or an O or an X, and after that I get confused. But I somewhat jest, but it's pretty interesting to me because it's an area that's super intimidating for the average collector to get into. Does this one have a lion on the back?
Yes, it does.
And it goes this way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, how crude the coins are created makes it so hard to understand. Imagine you get a little bit of wear on this coin and pretty soon there's just nothing for you to be able to see. So for someone who is trying to get into this type of a market, it's just hard to draw the average American collector into the medieval.
Those coins, I've only been doing this for about almost 2 years now, collecting this
specific
series. Yeah. And I'm looking at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of coins all the time. All the different auctions. I'm looking on eBay. I'm looking, in past auction catalogs. And boy, this stuff is so difficult to locate in high grade. It comes with poor metal quality. It comes with fragments missing, worn to heck. It's got holes, it's got grainy surfaces, incrustation, and they just look like just terrible coins. And so finding pieces that are that are high grade and problem free is really a treat.
Now I'm going to have to remove some more packaging here.
Yeah.
I'm going to get them all mixed up, and then he's going to come at me later at the show and be like, listen, bro.
Oh, no,
Trust me, he knows which one is which.
I do.
Oh, man. Look at that.
That is...
Eye candy.
That's the first coin I bought. I bought that coin for inventory, and I even passed on it the first time I saw it, and then I went back after I was done looking at the box. About 10 minutes later, I went back and picked the coin out and bought it.
Look at that.
It's very nice.
And I ended up buying it for inventory, and I loved it so much, I bought it out of our inventory, and that was the start of my collection.
So this is down here below the shield. That's the S for Sevilla, or no?
Yes.
That's the mint mark.
Yes.
So this is super cool. So 1390 to 1406, Spain, the Real Sevilla, Enrique III, MS65, beautiful, beautiful. So I need you to settle something for me. That is, the Middle Ages come before or after the Dark Ages?
The Middle Ages?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
This is a bad Coin Geek joke, is what this is. Because I'm currently in my Middle Ages. I just need to know if the Dark Ages come next or not.
They definitely do.
Okay. All right. As long as we've got that figured out. So this is cool. So here we got another Sevilla, Juan the First, 1379 to 1390, half real, and it's got a really nice crown on it. And hey, is that a name? So we actually got the John on there. Is that what that is? Juan, John.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, that's cool. Also, you see a lot of whoops, I'm killing lights over here. That's okay. We have more lights. We'll bring some more lights in here eventually, somehow. Where's my light expert at? So what I was going to say is that these guys, on a lot of these coins, you see a lot of what an average American collector would call doubling. So when you start to see multiple lines on a coin, is that going to be any type of doubling, or is that more of something that is kind of ingrained in the die itself? Or when you start to see those multiple really fine lines on something, do you know what I'm getting at?
So I think it died.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, there it is.
It's dying.
It's dying.
Oh. So part of what that is it has to do with the crude engraving of the dies.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Part of it has to do with being struck multiple times. Part of it is that, the way that the dies were engraved, it's really, they're, for as crude as they are, they're pretty well done.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to, kind of what the collector sees or the novice sees when they're looking at a coin like this, when they're looking at line work and what is it that they see. Because, on U.S. coins it's very different. You can see extra lines on a coin, you start to think, okay, was it double dyed? Is that cleaning? What am I looking at?
Well, some of it's just die brushing lines where they were brushing the tops.
Yeah, you can see it like all around the crown on here and stuff, and that's just nice original from the die itself. Here's another. Look at this guy on the Real.
It's a nice pair to that half real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly right. Exactly right. Very cool stuff. Let's grab just a handful more here. We're going to go look at something, the same thing, but we're going to go with some gold here. This is Enrique IV, or the IV as some of us might say. So this is denomination is a Castel, and my coloring's, there it goes back to yellow. That's the color I want to see on the gold. And it actually has, would you call that a castle on the front?
Absolutely.
Did any of these coins get nicknames from that? Like you actually physically had a castle on the coin, so they call it the Castle? Like the Silver Eagle is called an eagle?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that.
And then it's got a lion on the back.
I haven't done a ton of historic research behind this stuff yet, because I've been focusing on finding nice examples. I recently acquired a library of Spanish hammered Spanish, Islamic, and Visigoth and medieval period, so I could further my education on this.
Well, there's a lot to learn on all of this stuff, but I'm intrigued when I see denominations and where the names come from, and then if you take the time to think about the movement of people across time and space and cultures and whatnot and countries, that always intrigues me, because you start to see names and words that get repeated in different countries at different times. And so, I was noticing this is listen. This is the Islamic coins. I will just keep turning around and rotating, I'm not going to worry about. I know there's a guy out there who'll correct me, and I know you're here to correct me also. Does NGC have to ask you which direction goes up on these? I'm just
no. They generally, it's with Arabic script. They now, they understand like the upstrokes.
Yeah. Dude, well, listen, you just taught us, I think, the average person more about. So
there you go.
The upstrokes are up. There you go. Dang. 25 years later, somebody taught me something.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, so back to the conversation just about having the denominations, right? So here's a dinar, tremesis, dineros, and then all of a sudden you see a castle, and I'm just curious sometimes about where some of the different names come from.
So those last two, the dinars, like that, those are Islamic Spain, and the mint in Spain at that time for those was Al-Andalus, and I'm not sure where that mint was. I think it might just be a generic name for Spain, the Spanish mint. But again, I'm still doing a lot of research on this stuff, and there's only so many hours in a day, and as much as I love coins, I don't always want to do them when I go home.
When you're doing coins all day long, it can be difficult sometimes. But I'll say, I do know a guy with a pretty big library. I think it's pretty close to here, so maybe you could go ask him. But awesome. Well, thank you for sharing these, because this is stuff that the average collector definitely would not get to see. And so I appreciate the opportunity to take a look. All right, guys. Thanks. Yep. Thanks so much for watching.